Hi, I'm Denise Vivaldo from the Food Stylist Handbook. Now, in our Food Stylist Handbook group on Facebook, we are creating and we are going to be selling online classes that people can take. So, with that said, this is what we call a teaser. I want to show you one little trick and entice you to come back and find out what we're doing. We are going to teach you tips and tricks to get the best portfolio image you possibly can so you can go and do corporate food styling and commercial food styling, which is where the money is. Never editorial. Damn them. Okay, so that's it. Now, let me tell you what we got here today. And this is simple and not... We've cut a piece of pie. We are going to have a whole class on pie because even experienced stylists, pie's a bitch, okay? There's no way around it. But what we do want to do today is the potential of a dollop, okay? So here's what I've got. Cool Whip, plain old Cool Whip. Now I worked for Cool Whip for several years, so I got pretty good at dollops. But now it's all generated. They don't want to waste the time or find a stylist that has that kind of patience or isn't in rehab. So what they do is, now they just generate the dollops that you see on packages. It's just been opened. I need you to know something to get the maximum out of Cool Whip, and they do change the formula sometimes, and old stylists notice, but right now, this was frozen. And I thawed it out in the refrigerator overnight, just like they tell you to. If you try to rush the thawing process of Cool Whip, it damages the motor oil or whatever it's made out of. That's all I can tell you. Spoon, back of spoon. Swirl, swirl across the top, swirl across the top, okay? Now, gonna wipe off my spoon in between. Now, most of the time, you're doing this in the set, okay? The pressure is on. Everything is ready, the lighting ready, the piece of pie is ready, the props have been picked, the client's standing there, and now you have to do this finishing work right in the set. Now, this is the only thing I'm gonna do. This is the front of my pie that you were looking at. Okay, so I'm gonna do, this is a good sized plate. My pie looks pretty. I'm gonna take this. Can you see me? Can you see me? Can you see me? And I'm gonna take this guy and now I'm gonna dump him right here. And you have to be patient because it takes a moment. I've still got it, Cindy. Girls, I've still got it. That's not bad, okay? That's not too shabby. Now, I had Cindy cut a second piece of pie. Oh, that's not bad at all. Now, that's a one-sided dollop, okay? Let's say we wanted to do another one. All we do is the same thing. We're gonna smooth out the top of our Cool Whip because we're looking for the ripples, aren't we? And this will be good. This will be good for about a half an hour. That's about it. Then it gets too warm and it will not perform the way you want. And that's why you have a second container, usually in the refrigerator. I just wanted to be able to show you that. Okay. Now, what do you think, girl? Should I leave that alone? Yeah, that's not too shabby. I will decorate it. It looks good. Now, let's take this guy. Here's another, just two things. One, I already told you we're gonna do a pie whole tutorial because it's difficult for people. Pie's a bitch, there's no way around it. But here, smaller piece of pie, because why? Because I have a smaller dish, okay? Now, this time, we're gonna pull it across. Now, if this was really about pie, you guys, we would have worked on that bottom crust with our tweezers and a little work on it because it's not perfect. But the idea of this was to just show you how to handle some Cool Whip, okay? And now I'm going to turn it around for you. Patience, 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 down, up, and lift. And that's not right. Now, what can we do? Can we use this? Yes, we can. You saw what I just did. I changed the shape of it, but with my fingers. Okay? Now, I am used to this. I have also practiced. Now, I didn't practice at all because we have already shot a video today. We had lunch, and we are getting the hell out of Dodge, as we say. So I didn't practice. But if you have concerns, you do exactly, again, what I said. Smooth, smooth, smooth. Pull it across. Can you then put those on a small tray with parchment paper and refreeze them? Yes. Then can you lift them off with a hot knife and use that on the top of your piece of pie? So you will find, can you pipe them? Absolutely. Can you pipe it? Again, refreeze, thaw out, so you're not doing it quite so wildly right on your pie? Yes. So that's how, I'm not afraid of Cool Whip. Okay? I have beat Cool Whip and lived to tell the story. Aha. Now, here's one other thing. With this pretty guy, well, what do we like? He's kind of fun, isn't he? I would get my paintbrush and maybe just that one little thing that's right there, we're gonna push it up. Okay, not bad. But don't judge us. This is about Cool Whip. This is not about the bottom of this pie. Girls, is my paintbrush one place? All right. This is about the Cool Whip. I'm going to clean up this one little piece down here. Somebody could do that in retouching also, but I just did it. Now, if we wanted to make this festive, what else can we do? This looks like Thanksgiving to me. Garnishes, just so you know. If the ingredient is not in the dish, you're not supposed to garnish it with that, okay? Now, there is no mint in our, let me turn it to the sides. There is no mint in pumpkin pie, and they wouldn't do this in France. But Americans use mint. I don't know why. Where it started, who knows? So I'm gonna add a little pretty piece of mint, and then, and this was just something for the holidays, these are sugared cranberries, okay? So, took cranberries, they were wet, put it in this lovely fancy sugar, and now we're going to, they can't be the big ones, you guys, because they will dwarf our pie. So I'm pulling my smallest ones out, and of course the idea is it looks like the host has just tossed these. I'm going to turn it around in a minute. Toss them onto the plate, which of course we can't do because that's not how it works in food styling. Maybe we want, now this is, what else could we use? Pomegranate seeds. We could put another mint leaf upside down on it. I mean, there's a million ways you could handle this. This kind of work is all done in the set. So let's turn it this way and see if we like it. Could we sprinkle a little sugar on the plate? Of course we could, since people seem to like that. Does it make it a little messier? Of course it does. Now, if this had been a total wash, and I could take this guy and I could decorate him a little bit too. If this had been a total wash, what if you didn't have 3 or 4 pies, okay? Maybe every time you have a certain size dish, you guys, if your client gave you a really big bistro plate and wanted that, you might have to take one piece of pie out of an entire pie, and that's all you've got. So, proportion. Now, this is all I'm going to tell you. If that hadn't worked, if you didn't have another pie to cut into, you wipe off the Cool Whip and you use alcohol, rubbing alcohol or regular alcohol with your paintbrush, and you can clean your piece of pumpkin pie, okay? And try it again. So, now I think this is fascinating. Cindy said, oh, I have a little alcohol in my car. This is the honest to God truth. I said, oh, okay. This is what she returned with. And I just want to say, people make up those ugly rumors about me and drinking. This is what she carries in the trunk of her car. Just a thought. All right, so that's it. So I hope you learned something about Cool Whip dollops, and you want to keep going to our Food Stylist Handbook group on Facebook. You want to sign up if you're not already a member, and you want to find out, because we're going to keep posting information about the classes as they're coming up. Their cost, we'll tell you how long they are. Once you purchase one, you can watch it as many times as you like. You get discounts if you sign up for so many of the pods. We're calling them pods. Each class is a pod. The more pods you get, the more freebies you get back. This is better than the Lancome counter. Okay, is that it, girls? Did I cover it?
Yep.
Did I cover dollops?
Yep.
That's it. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.